Okay. Thank you so much for your time, finding time in your busy schedule. I just wanted to have some conversation with you as human to human. You said light workers, that's why you agreed. Thank you so much. But before we get to these questions as human to human, because as a human, you impressed me a lot, if nothing else, but the fact that I went to Joe Dispenza. I had 3 years study with Dr. Sumorder and stuff. Usually people that level, they're not communicating on the workshops with all this huge amount of people. And it's very understandable because, you drain your energy if everybody wants to hug you, have a picture, talk to you. And people try to have this, distance because then they have to perform certain amount of information, give you whatever you came for. And you're the only person I know that walking around, talking to everyone, hugging, taking a picture no matter when. And how do you get this much energy? Like, what makes you go there? How do you handle it?
Stay human, and you will have all the energy from your soul to respond questions or demands coming from the souls of others. It
Okay,
is
human point.
the light is there. We are the light. So the light is energy. And so if you stay in tune with the energy, with the light, then yeah, it's human. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
And you know what? They on the street, people say, "Oh, are you bothered if I take a picture with you?" I say, "I'm bothered if you don't."
Okay, beautiful. Now, the next question. First of all, I think this will make you really happy to learn that, out of my big family, 3 people were brave enough to come and try with you what you're doing, being like 15 minutes in ice water. Me, my
Yeah,
husband, and I sent my daughter, Tatev, that ended up having this recording with you. Now, uh,
yeah. By the way, beautiful.
thank you.
Tatev is a very attractive, beautiful soul, and there she is, and
Yep,
full
yep.
bloom, flourishing flower out in the world, and with the right intentions.
Thank you
So
so much.
that is what I got to say about her.
So I
Yeah,
want to
thank you.
tell you that since I guess that was the best birthday gift I did for her, it was her birthday gift from me to come and, do a retreat with you. She's not getting sick nearly as often as she was getting. She was getting cold very often. Now she's not getting sick, knock the wood. And artistic mind is very sensitive. And in her case, she became so strong. She knows exactly what she wants. So now she's doing the job of her dream, totally happy. And it's thanks to your method, I think, a lot. She's a hardworking girl, but your method made her very strong. Now, also, we canceled my husband's surgery on his shoulder. He had a surgery because he teared some muscle. After you guys, I mean, we were practicing long before we met you, but then after you, we go through like we all went all over the border like 15 minutes. Pain went away. He was not getting any injections. That we canceled the surgery, and his hand working by
Wow.
miracle. So that what happened. My rheumatoid arthritis, whatever it was, it's gone. I'm not feeling it anymore. So
Wow.
miracles are happening. I think you will be happy to hear about that. Now,
I love this sharing. Sharing is showing that the healing power in us is much bigger than is made believe. The whole medical world is now dependent on people who are
true.
dependent when they are sick to go to them. It's a money making scheme. While
Totally
we
agree.
have properties within ourselves that are able to cure most of what we got. If we have a broken leg, yeah, we can go to a doctor and have it healed with, whatever they do to heal a broken leg. Or,
Right.
yeah, but most of our diseases, I mean, we are mammals. Look in the mammalian world. They have to heal. The animals don't have hospitals. They have healing power. And so we have
Totally
healing
agree.
power.
Totally. And you are a live representative of all these miracles that happen. Talking about this, I have a question I think a lot of people will be interested to hear the answer to. When you are in condition, when you can control your parasympathetic nerve system, because it's not for everyone, what makes you to get there? Is it your breathing or it's meditation, or it's both of it? But then how exactly you know that you're there, that your even your parasympathetic nervous system is controlled by your mind or your spirit? How does it work? Will you be able to tell us? Would you like to tell us?
Yes, of course. They said in neuroscience only 16% of our brain we can control at will. No, it's 100%.
How do you do that?
100%. And how you do that? By belief, by intention, by using the power of your. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, oh, you hear this hand. Oh, oh, yeah. Here, wait. Keep it there. Keep it there. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. So is my son coming? And he's got a bruised thumb, and he wants my healing. So reassuring words. That's belief. That is intention. It's just simple, just very simple. This is what I did in neuroscientific research using the power of my intention to show in neuroscience, in neuroscientific experiments, as brain scans and fMRIs, that I'm able to control through my intention, my will, the organs in my body or skin temperature when it is exposed, for example, to cold. You would think the skin temperature goes down, isn't it? So
It
I
is.
use my will to control that, and there is no going down of the skin temperature while being exposed to cold water, and that is only because I use my intention, my belief, my will. That is the power of our mind.
Okay,
But we
so the
were
question,
made to believe, yeah,
uh-huh.
we were made to believe that we cannot. But we gotta stop not believing, because
Is,
then we stop our own will.
Wim, is there any particular way you're feeling at that moment when you know you have total control over your mind?
Got you.
Is there any sign you
It
get when you get there?
Yes. What you feel is what you got.
Okay,
So direct it toward that what you need to where you need to direct it your will to. That is what you feel. If you got something, you should be able to regulate what is out of balance, what is out of regulation, what is distorted, what feels diseased, what feels not good. You should be able, with your will, to make it right. And then
okay,
you do a little bit of breathing and you use a little bit of cold, etc. But in the end, you are the master over your own central nervous system. This was thought in neuroscience impossible to top down regulate, but now it's there. We got the proof. And
thank
of
you.
course, the whole industry and the whole world and the money making schemes and their hospitals, they don't want natural ways. They don't want
Of
independent
course they
people.
don't, of course.
This is where it is.
So, Wim, another question that relates to my own experience. When I go to cold water, I do this for years and years. Even before I came to you, I was already doing it. Of course, first like minutes, it's shock. But when I stay longer, after third minute, I don't really feel that shock of cold water. I may stay forever. I kind of enjoy it. But when I come out, then it's hard for me to, I kind of become numb. And then when I come out, then it's so hard for me to get that. When I'm staying longer than 5 minutes, let's say, right? Is
Yeah.
it only me getting numb? Is it my own experience, or is it common thing for everyone? When after certain amount of time, of shock, then you get used to it and you're not sensing it.
Uh, in here somewhere. Yeah, no, it's not you specifically. You get numb because your core body temperature is going to mix with the skin temperature, which normally stays closed, and then you get too cold a blood in your body, which makes your nerves numb, which makes your nerves not send through, transmit the neurotransmitters, and thus you don't feel. You feel a numbness, and that will go away in due time. But what I say, go less until you feel, hey, it's all right to stay in the water, but I'm gonna go out now because I don't want to feel this too cold water in my nervous system and numb my feeling.
Okay.
Ah,
Well,
cool. Yeah.
okay. Well, you're multitasking. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I do 2, 3 minutes. It's perfectly fine, and it's enough to get that shock and give the
Yeah,
body whatever
this
it needs.
to me too. I
Right.
do yeah 3 4 minutes, and then I feel good. In the end, it is not about the cold. It is once again, it's about our will. Our will is directly the one to rebalance our bodies when it is out of balance, and because we are a soul. We are a soul and it sends messages. And for that, we have the master in the mind. That is our will to regulate what is out of regulation. The messages are our feelings. So we listen to our body and we are able to rebalance anytime when it needs to. That is in the end what I'm talking about. I use the call to make the body in the depth uh, at work, the way nature meant it to be. And the breathing we use to release trauma by changing the biochemistry in the body. And it's all very natural, and it's being adopted now all over the world in psychotherapy and
Yeah,
all,
because
because
of
it
you.
works.
Because
It
of you.
works.
I know, of course it works. Wim, when you do it this much with the cold water, doesn't your body get used to it and you're not really getting that shock effect anymore? It doesn't it work that way? Let's say when someone stays, let's say me, when I stay on a nails every God's day, in a week I'm not feeling it anymore, so I have to give a break to get that shock again. Doesn't it work the same way with the water?
You get, of course, a much more rapid spike of adrenaline once you hit the water, because the cell memory knows what is going to happen, and it makes a sequence of neurotransmitting in the body that causes the adrenal axis to activate rapidly. And with what you normally see is that the cell memory is not there for people who have no experience, but that as soon as they go in and they stay in, they calm down, then say 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, they feel it's okay to stay in the water, which preliminarily caused a shock. Now it's because the adrenal axis is at work, and the adrenal axis makes you strong for the moment.
Yes.
Now, when you go regularly, then your adrenal axis is directly connected to the receptors of the body, which is the skin. And then it goes like rapidly, zoom, zoom, and you don't feel the shock. You can go in controlled. And this is, you still feel it because you should. You should always feel what is dangerous to your body. But
Uh-huh.
a man who is experienced in dangerous situations
Uh-huh.
has a much more rapid adrenal axis activation by which his body is getting strong for the moment of what is going to happen. And thus, the shock is not there. There is
Uh-huh.
no need for shock because you are in charge. You are in charge. And your will, before and that this is after regular practice. Your will is able to switch on the adrenal axis for what is going to come in any situation. That's what you learn of a cold bath.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful explanation. Okay, thank you so much. Now, a little bit of Wim Hof as a human. What do you think? What is the best expression of love? What is the best way to express the love?
Create. We have come from love. That's why we exist as human beings, as babies, as innocence. It all starts innocent. And what is innocent is creating in the moment. That
Okay,
has no burden. It is stronger than the mind, and you flow. Yeah, do music. When you singing, making music, painting, poetry, being nice to people in the moment, communicate, because then you are not in the past, you're not in the future, you are in the moment, and in the moment, creating is partaking into the innocence of the soul,
that's why
and
you're
it's
writing a music, you're doing artworks that you shared with me. Thank you so much. Beautiful. I love it.
yeah.
And seems
And
like
yeah,
your
and I
favorite.
got a poem. I'm going to send you a poem,
Okay.
a sort of a poem, which I just made,
Uh-huh.
which covers exactly your first question.
Beautiful.
And that I'm going to send it to you after this.
Thank you.
Good.
What is your favorite color?
Favorite color? I would say there is a creamy blue and a creamy orange that is almost red. And yeah, which attracted me as a young kid. 7 years, it was always those two colors. And yeah. For example, here in Australia, you get completely different sunsets than in Europe. Here
Mm-hmm.
it is much more creamy, and in Europe it's it's beautiful in both situations. But hey, I got a preference for creamy colors,
Beautiful,
deep,
beautiful.
colorful colors.
What was your happiest moment in your life?
Every happy when I get when my wife got a baby, you don't know, you can't prepare for that, but suddenly an overwhelming feeling of wanting to care. This is
Wow.
so strong, it's overwhelming, and you just drown. It's like God is touching you. Take care of that baby. Take care of
Oh,
innocence.
so
It's like
beautiful.
you when you where you are. And if you want to know the soul, here it is, without words, an overwhelming feeling of care.
Oh, wow, so beautiful. I don't think many men can say that. Beautiful, so touching.
See.
Okay. What do you think when you look in the mirror?
When I look in the mirror, I see now a
Yeah,
strong man, strong. You know the Plato, Aristotle, but I also see time in my face. I
time.
see, yeah, time. And
Okay.
we come and we go, the body, but the soul
Yeah, yeah,
remains.
yeah.
And right now, if I look in the mirror, I tell I'm into the bowhead whales. They are the longest living mammals, and they have a gene. It's a longevity gene. It's called the CIRBP gene. It's a cold inducible RNA binding protein gene. And that gene is very present, 100 times more in that whale, and they found out. It's just published in Nature, and with that, they wanted to see if humans have that gene. They have,
Oh,
but
really?
how do you activate it? By going into cold water. So, if you want to know what is time and the time clock, and to regulate it, go into cold
Cold
water.
water. Wow,
That
that's amazing.
yeah, that
I
is a new, a completely new research done, published in Nature. And by the way, I'm going to publish in 2 months in
beautiful.
Nature,
I'm
and with a big study as well.
I'm
So it's
I'm
all about the same thing. When I look in the mirror, I see time. When I look in the mirror, I see a strong man who is able to regulate time.
Beautiful. I'm watching all your videos. I'm watching it. I love you. I admire what you're doing. Amazing.
I
You
love
did a
you back.
revolution.
I love you back.
Now, thank you. Wim, talking about time, who do you think you were in your past life? Do you know that or you don't care?
No, in my past life, I must have been a suppressed soul who wanted to seek genuinely a way that is not able to be tracked down or controlled or being seen, and which is past my so called control. Only later in life of this life, I will be able to crossroad, so to come together with absolutely my destiny, who I am, together with my mission. Because my mission is so big, I will be able to change the paradigm from within the people, not me doing it, no, the people themselves, which is a huge mission, which is done through non understandable ways and thus cannot be controlled. So I am that spirit from before of my other lives that has known and clashed with the controlling system, with the dominators, with the dictators, with the so called leaders who only caused wars, and wars, and greed to happen. And I am here to bring back happiness, strength, and health.
Oh, God.
And it's being done. We are light workers, but really we are working on this to make it really happening, and not just oh, nice philosophy. Hey, oh,
You're
nice, and then
doing,
you see reality. We are doing it.
doing it.
That means you and me, we go side by side. Who were you in your past life, by the way?
I think I was suppressed too.
Ah,
That's why when you were talking, it brought tears to my eyes. It's like I know
ah,
what you're
ah.
talking about.
Yeah,
But
that's love. Love is recognition of the soul, and a deep understanding therein, and being able to shift it all toward the soul back on again.
eh,
And then emotions come. And that is good. That is what you provoke in me. Deep
uh,
understanding, deep emotional understanding.
that's beautiful. I guess I came here as a suppressed as well, and I learned very hard way to not suppress my emotions anymore. I'm still learning. That's why it brought me to tears. Thank you. Amazing answer. Really, I loved it.
Lovely.
Okay, let's get to a fun part. What was the favorite thing you ever bought for yourself or for anyone?
Um, yeah, what was it? Anything I can buy doesn't match up with the state of being I was when I had no money.
Again?
So anything I can buy, anything I can buy, it doesn't match up with the state of being where I had no money.
Wow.
When I when I had no money, I felt just absolutely great. And suddenly, when after 55 years or something, I started to get money, and it didn't really touch
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I know what you're
it's
talking
it's
about.
yeah, it's what it is, and now I got a lot of money, and it still doesn't touch me. But what touches me is my conversation now with you. This emotional understanding, that is where I come from. That is where what cannot be touched with money or without money. It's always there, unconditionally. And we got to seek more those currents of life and the light itself therein to the people. And that's what we do. And there we find delight. And if we could buy it, I would buy it all.
y- you can't even imagine how much energy I'm getting from you right now. It's just boiling. Oh, I can't believe this is amazing.
There is,
Um,
you know what it is? It is where once you start, once you tap in to the real emotional, deep understanding, is because there is limitless energy right over
yeah,
there,
and you have
and
it,
then
and you're
you
sharing
know
it.
it's right. It's the soul. There we are, uninhibited. It flows, it radiates, it's shining, and that's who we are. We are only taking off the dust through these conversations to feel who we are and what we are, and rightfully so for everybody.
Where? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When do you wear mask, if you wear at all?
A mask?
Yes, not
No,
being
I
yourself,
don't.
meaning, just covering your real self.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, maybe when I get to the river, there is a mud over there. Then I have my whole body covered with mud, and I let it dry, including my face, and then let it dry, and that feels like a mask. They're
I
like a
love it.
mud mask,
I
and
love it.
yeah, and you know what? It sucks the shit out of the epidermis, and then afterwards you feel a very smooth skin. It's very nice.
I did it with you. You asked us to do it. We did it together.
Yeah, nice. But for the rest, I don't know. There's no mask. I met Jim Carrey. I met Jim Carrey, and we did the breathing together, and he said we had a lot of parallels and all. And he played the mask. Remember?
Yep, yep, yep.
That we can play the mask, but in reality, I am my soul. It doesn't need a mask. It doesn't need to pretend. It's unconditionally the greatest person being of all times.
And I know it is
And
so in your life. I know for sure. One more question. What is the most boring thing in life for you?
our own mind.
Oh,
Our own
wow.
mind drains us so much, and it just keeps on making circles. And those circles is like meeting every time the same feeling. Maybe thousands of thoughts, but drained of energy. There is no soul in it. There's no feeling in it. So I go for my soul every day. I want to feel unconditionally great, bountiful energy radiate. And conversations like this just helps me to remind, because it's like a tactic. When you get an opponent in football, in soccer, then just pass the ball to another person. His attention then will divert to the other person. You run past the opponent, and he passes on the ball at easy, at ease. And so I don't need to go past the mind. When we talk together, we go past the mind, and we are
Beautiful.
in our feeling. And that's exactly where you feel right, and I feel right. So
And
I salute your soul, and that's it.
thank you, Wim, so much. Your answers are so unexpected, so original, so it doesn't sound like anyone else. It's just you. Thank you so much for your
And
time.
so it is you. So there's a very nice meeting, and keep on singing so beautiful, so as you can,
Well, I
from the
hope
soul.
when you're in New York, we'll go and listen to my daughter in New York. Hopefully, she will have some kind of gig at the same time.
Yeah, we got to meet when I'm there, but know that I got a busy schedule,
Of
but
course,
my
I do.
heart is open.
I know. Um, let's do one more thing. What is the most interesting thing for you?
Most interesting is my mission. My mission, and my kids, of course, the household. I mean, it's a miracle. It's all a miracle. But I got a very targeted and determined mission going on. I want to reach
Well,
out to billions of people now. Hundreds of millions I already reached. Now I want to go to the billions. I want this method. Uh, it is actually already there.
that
It's
is.
being implemented in esoteric, mystical disciplines in every religion, from India to Israel to America to the Muslim countries to Christianity. It's all implemented, and it makes God, the soul, being aware, vivid here and now, our ability to disconnect of our running, boring mind. That makes the unconditional power of who we are and what we are in our divine presence subtly aware, and
We
that that
you
that is
charged
where
me.
I go.
You charged me so much that I'm not sure I will be able to sleep tonight because it's so much energy. It's evening here. It's around 8 o'clock. It will be with me until morning. Thank you so much.
Just sleep well. Sleeping well is a blessing.
Thanks for your time. I know in your busy schedule it was not easy, but we made it. Thank you so, so much. And
Yes.
we all love
Yeah,
you, all
lovely.
my family. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, great
God bless.
sharing. Great sharing.
Of,
God
yeah,
bless.
I enjoyed it. Thank you. Thanks a
Bye.
lot. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, darlings.